nobody's paying attention. So I get louder. And then some people naturally pay attention because I'm basically screaming at this point. Like I'm craving their approval. I'm craving the validation. It's a trigger word for me now. Because in no state of you needing something outside of yourself are you ever going to perform well. Doing it for the validation is not going to connect because people can see that neediness. Like they can see it, they can feel it. And I don't want to do that. New year, I don't know. But this is the year we thrive. This is the year stuff really moves, because last year was all about finding your voice. And I think a lot of you still need help finding your voice. And so now that I've sort of accomplished that to some degree, and I've shared quite a bit about the process of how I'm finding my voice at the same time as finding my voice. So in this video, I'm going to do a little recap, all the things that sort of went not the way that I planned, and then some of the things that went really well and are some pleasant surprises. It's important because you can learn from all the mistakes I made. Now we're in a new year, new resolutions. I even looked up resolution to see what it meant. And resolution comes from the word resolve. The definition is like clear up, but it also means as a noun, it's like a resolution, like a thing that you declared to do and then actually did. So there's that aspect to the word resolve, to resolution. So it's about having that thing in your mind and then having it actualize. I've made the mistake of maybe sharing too much with what I'm trying to do online, or even with people in my personal life that just don't really get it. So I urge you, if you have big goals for your life or big goals for yourself, and they're outside of what people maybe think of you now, or what you even think of you now, I urge you to actually keep them to yourself a little bit. Maybe share with your spouse, maybe share with somebody that is your mentor or somebody that you're able to have that feedback from. If you have a mastermind or a community, share with them. But in general, for whatever reason, I don't know, it's just in us as humans. Like we want people to fail. You want your friends to fail. Your friends want you to fail so they can be right about you. I have a whole video on that, so you can watch that up here. It's just our innate human nature when we are in a competitive nature. And I haven't really talked about this. I haven't gone into spirituality so much on this channel because I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But the more I experience life and the more that I see things from different perspectives and states, internal states, the internal state that I'm in determines what I see and how I see it. And I'm influenced so much by my mood. For instance, like when you're having a bad day, you continue to have a bad day. Like things just keep going wrong because they're gone wrong, because they started going wrong. So your mind plays this trick on you to make things worse than they actually are. And then you start making decisions that are maybe not favorable to make them even more worse. And sometimes it's about the decisions you're making. And sometimes it's just about reality playing in your face. It's all a game. Like everything is a game. And it's taken me a long time to get to this. And there's a good chance you're clicking off this video or thinking, what the heck is this guy even talking about? I don't even know if I'm going to put this in the episode, but to me, it's like a game. Like what level's your character on? Where are you vibing at? And then how you're vibing is how people treat you. Like it's so this way. But I'm just like feeling good and knowing I'm like put together or like wearing like a decent outfit. Like when I'm wearing my cardigan, I don't know, I just feel more confident, even though it's a cardigan. Like, it's nothing fancy. For me, growing up, I never had a cardigan. Like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, I got a cardigan now, so I'm cool or whatever. Like it doesn't have to be a cardigan, obviously. But this is why we wear jewelry, right? It's not just to be attractive to other people. It's to make ourselves feel better so that then we are also more attractive to other people, because like the vibe you bring is the vibe you bring. And I'm really trying to unlock this it factor thing, because the more that I think about it, and I mentioned this in the video I just made, which will be out shortly. So make sure you're subscribed. I talk about the it factor a little more because you know it, right? Like, that person is bound for greatness. Like when you see that person or talk to that person, you're like, yeah, of course, everything's going to work out for this person because they're that person, And so it's like, how do you get that? How do you get that it factor? It's the presence. is the vibe. They seem to have this charm about them. Like you can fake charm with like jokes and lines and stuff like that, but you can't like fake real charisma. There's something about it that really is intangible. It really is that word. That word is intangible. You cannot say what it is. So maybe this is just a dummy mission, me trying to figure it out, to put it in a box. But I'm on the search for finding it for myself, because I know it's in there somewhere. Like it's in there somewhere. Like it's in there somewhere. And I just needed to come back out, because I've had it happen where, I'll tell you about an experience, right? Okay. I had not been playing music for years, as you do. And I was in Vegas living with a friend. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to this open mic and just see what happens. I need to play. I need to express my emotions. I need to perform. So I go to this open mic and I show up, and it's in a pizza joint of all places. I'm like, what is this? Like, why would you have an open mic in a noisy pizza joint? And so like people are playing, but people are still eating and chatting, and there's noise and silverware clanking and all kinds of just nonsense going on. I'm like, this is the most terrible open mic situation you could ever be in, like as a performer. Like you'd never want to be in this spot. I'm super nervous. Like I'm so nervous. I haven't done this in forever. I haven't been on stage in forever. But at the same time, like nobody's paying attention anyway. So I shouldn't be too nervous, So a couple of people get up and perform, and it's like, nobody's paying attention to them. It's like, so I get up there. And well, I let me tell you a secret. Okay. I cannot play and sing at the same time very well at all. There are only a handful of songs that I can do this with, and they are ones that are like more simple on the guitar, or that I've played just a lot from being in a band and doing it a lot, right? So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to play my band songs, and nobody's heard these songs, but I just need to emote. Like I just need to express myself, because I'm feeling so stuck. I'm in this situation, and I'm living out in the middle of nowhere in a friend's house, and I just need to express myself. So I get on stage, and I'm just like playing this riff that starts at the beginning of the song. It's like super simple riff, and it's and I find myself just sort of sinking into the guitar. Like I'm not even at the pizza joint. Like I'm just in the guitar, and I'm feeling it, really feeling it. And I sing, and like it gets quiet. It gets quiet in the loud pizza restaurant, and everyone turns their head and they're looking at me. But for whatever reason, it didn't faze me. It didn't throw me off. I just stay in it. And I'm singing, and I have all their attention. And it's what any performer ever dreams about. It's about having that attention and that focus, and just having that moment with the audience. And I'm connecting with the lyrics. I'm connecting with the audience at the same time. And it's just a really magical moment. I'm like, that was amazing. I play a couple more songs, and people still paying attention. And I get up, and I'm just like, that was like amazing. Like it was just this magical experience, And I'm like, wow. And I was so pumped. So I go back and I tell my roommate, I'm like, hey man, I went and played open mic at this place, and it was like really awesome. And you should come next week. And boy, was that a mistake. This kind of goes back to talking to your friends, man, and putting it out there in a way that exposes you. And it's funny and ironic, because I'm putting out videos and content almost every day now, but you guys don't know what I'm making. Like, even though you kind of have an idea of what I'm making, like you don't know, And so I'm keeping it under wraps a little bit. And I think that's what we have to do, because the next week I go back and I play again. Play open mic, sit in, and I'm at the pizza place. I start playing the guitar, and it's the same noise. It's the same pitter patter, chitter chatter, whatever. Everybody's still talking, still eating, not paying attention. Nobody's paying attention. So I sing. Nothing. Nobody pays attention. Except for my friends, of course. They're like probably snickering and whatever. But nobody's paying attention. And so I get louder. And then some people naturally pay attention because I'm basically screaming at this point. Like I'm craving their approval. I'm craving the validation. It's a trigger word for me now. Because in no state of you needing something outside of yourself are you ever going to perform well. And the same is true for any kind of content or podcast or anything. As long as you're craving that validation and doing it for the validation, it's not going to connect because people can see that neediness. Like they can see it, they can feel it, and I don't want to do that anymore. Like to some degree, all of my videos have a little bit of that. And I'm kind of tired of it. Like I play to the algorithm a little bit. I'll make this video with this in the title because that video with that title always does good. Like that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to play to an algorithm. Like AI can do that. AI can tell me what a good video idea is according to the algorithm. Like this is art. Like this is art, even though it doesn't seem like art. This is a moment in time. So the future for me is figuring out how to still balance kind of what you guys want to see, of course. And then what maybe the algorithm wants to see. But as long as I can do that in a way that's like art for me or being in the moment for me or being true to myself for me, like it's YouTube, it's not everybody tube. Like I'm getting like more and more, I'm getting that I'm not for everybody. I'm not. Like I thought, what's my niche? Oh, it's everybody. Everybody wants to listen to music. Everybody wants to have good advice for improving their lives. Like everybody wants that. No, they don't. They don't. Nobody wants all of that. People are fine where they are. People are satisfied living their life the same way for the last 20 years. And I'm just not anymore. And so we have this decision. This is a decision point for most of us every new year. We have these resolutions and then 9 times out of 10, we break them or we fail or we just miss the mark. But for me, I do want to grow. I do want to do all those things, but I can't do it from a place of like wanting that, like from wanting that validation. I have to do the growth my way. Like, what is it going to be my way? Like, how am I going to do it so that it's sustainable? Because like all of this is a lot. Like this is a lot. I'm recording a video and then I've got to import the file and then I've got to chop it up and then I've got to edit it and come up with a thumbnail idea and a title and all this stuff. Like and this is just a podcast, like it's a lot. So if I'm filming a vlog, it's a lot. If I'm making a tutorial, it's a lot. If I'm making a real YouTube video with like a real purpose, it's even more. And so I have to do it from a place of like, yeah, like this is the thing I know I need to make now. Does that make sense? So I don't know what you're going to do, but I recommend building on what you have and what's more sustainable for you. Like what are the things that you can do regularly? So if you're a content creator, you want to be a content creator, you can see all the things that I did to get unstuck. I did all the things to get unstuck. And you go back and watch all the stuff on the YouTube channel or go back to the beginning of this podcast. But from here on out, now we're not stuck anymore. We kind of have a system in place and a routine. And I don't know, I wouldn't call it necessarily discipline, but I do have like a forcing factor of having to have a podcast. And I am to some degree just technically turning on the camera and hitting record. Yes, that is happening, but it's also happening based off of all of the content that I've created up to this point, based on the feedback that I've received during the week. So my recommendation, don't do it for the validation, do it for yourself. And if you're having trouble getting unstuck, go back, watch the first episode of the podcast, read the book. This is all the stuff I did to get unstuck. Now I'm unstuck. Now I need to snowball. Now I need to make cooler stuff. Now I need to make stuff I want to make. Now I need to monetize. I need to create some kind of business out of this. Something that is sustainable for the future. And if that's interesting to you or something you want to do with your content and you're starting from scratch also, maybe you're older than 30 hit the subscribe, follow button. Share this with a friend if you think this could help them. I promise, like, I'm just doing as much research as I can about the it factor because it is so intangible. And so I promise that content is coming, but I don't suppose it's going to be next week or this week or coming up. Like, it's something that I really have to figure out for myself because I need to figure out how do I get it. I had it that one time, so I know I can get it back, right? I've had it before in experiences being on stage in the band and seen it in real life, like what that is. So now it's about figuring out how to bring it back. And hopefully what I've touched on in this video is enough. But if you have any more comments or questions, just drop those down below. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is kind of a New Year's episode. So if you have any New Year's resolutions, some things you want to accomplish, leave a comment below. Also, your things that you didn't do or that you wanted to do. Like, I wanted to grow both of these channels to be monetized, and they both fell short a little bit based mostly on watch time, but also on the subscriber count. So I didn't quite get to my goal numbers wise, which I realize a lot of that is out of my control, but I could have made more content. I could have gotten better faster. So I fell short this year. And so I'm curious where you guys fall short. Do you fall short in the same place every year? Because I definitely fell short in a different way this year because I did a lot. I wrote a book, put out an album's worth of songs, created a podcast, made a bunch of YouTube videos, a bunch of live streams. So I did a lot, but I didn't do enough. And I don't know if it's I didn't do enough or I didn't do it good enough or both. Sharpening the sword for me and getting there and getting more where we want to go. And with that, they recommend a video up here. Listen to the rest of the podcast over here. And if you're enjoying the music in the background, well, I'm Jakey Wiki. We'll catch you in the next one.